Well, an absolute pleasure to have on the line via Skype, all the way from Leicester in the UK, Jean de Villiers, former Springbok captain. Cappy, absolute a pleasure to have you on TMO. And obviously the big news in South Africa is about the appointment of Allister Coetzee as coach. You've worked with the man for so many years. Do you have a message for him?
Firstly, hi X. It's lovely being back on the show. Yeah, it's always exciting, when a new coach gets announced. I've worked a lot with Allister over the years, and I can call him one of my friends as well. And I think he's the right man for the job. He's got a lot of experience. He was involved with the Springboks for 4 years before he then moved on to Super Rugby, a wealth of experience at Super Rugby level. And even though we never won the Super Rugby trophy, I think there was still a lot of success within those years. So, Allister ticks all those boxes. Wealth of experience, good guy, and I think a very passionate South African rugby supporter as well, which is very important. So, I must say I'm pretty happy with the appointment. I think he'll do a really good job. I think he's under no illusions. It'll be a tough job, but I think he's very excited and he'll do a good job.
Having worked very closely with Allister Coetzee in your capacity as captain, you know firsthand just how tense a job it can be, not just for Allister, but his management team, for the senior players in the Springbok squad. But the one thing about Tuti is he's got that kind of personality.
Yeah, look, I think he's under no illusions as to what's lying ahead. It will be a tough job. He doesn't have a lot of time to prepare. It's not ideal conditions, but it is what it is, and he needs to step up and make it work. I think it's quite exciting to see the changes within the management group. Some new faces there, some new guys getting opportunities. There'll obviously be new faces from a team point of view. His biggest thing will probably be to sit down now and find a captain. As it seems like the captain must be based in South Africa. So, that'll probably be one of his biggest jobs. And then just getting a team that can settle for what will be a very big series against Ireland. They know pushover, even though they didn't do too well in the Six Nations. They're a quality outfit with a very good coach and probably a little bit more established side than what we will have. So, exciting times, but also a lot of hard work lying ahead. And certainly the challenge starts now for Allister to get going and stamp his authority on the Bok coaching job.
Well, all Springbok coaches are challenged before they take on the job, because with every appointment there's expectation that the style of play will change, that will play a loose, more open, running, attacking style of rugby that will take on the All Blacks and eventually wrest that #1 place from them. Very big task at hand. Do you think that over the long term we've struck gold? Allister knows South African rugby backwards, and his coaching staff is one that will grow with him.
Yeah, look, he'll definitely look to improve the team and the way that we play. Obviously, when I say we, I mean as South Africans, I certainly won't feature in that side. I think that's important as well, that we grow the game, that we grow along with the other sides, and as I said, there'll be new players introduced into international rugby against the Irish, so that's exciting in itself. And at the end of the day, I think we do have the players that can play an expansive game, an entertaining brand, but also a winning brand. Because essentially, that's what it comes down to. You need to win. And I can just remember when I took over the captaincy and Heineke as coach. It was so tough that first year to really establish yourself. We had 1 week together as a squad before we played England, and back then, all we wanted to do was just to win, and we sort of got through it unscathed, I would say. But still, it was a tough challenge, and I think Allister will face the same this time around. He doesn't have a lot of time to prepare, so he'll have to use every single day that he has going into the junior internationals.
Well, thanks very much. It's been really good to see you, Jean, after all these months. When are we seeing you back in the country?
I'll be back in the country 1st of June. So yeah, quite excited about that and some new challenges lying ahead. You might just see me more in that SuperSport studio.
I cringe at the prospect of Jean de Villiers in the SuperSport studio. I'm kidding. Thank you very much. You're a class guy, and hope to see you soon, my man. And that's former Springbok captain Jean de Villiers.